Cognizant to the needs of our learners, parents, and teachers, the Department of Education provided us with powerful tools for productivity that will allow us to foster critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communication and collaboration skills to be compassionate, responsible global citizens. Join us and discover new ideas in our series of professional development training program with the ICTS EdTech Unit and Microsoft Education Philippines. Together, we will equip our learners and empower our fellow educators for a dynamic future. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong Edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICTS Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Alright, welcome again to our 4th week. I am your English 10 tutor for today. My name is Maribel Jaime Roque. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I think that you are all excited, very excited to learn. And I know that you are ready with the activities that I prepared for today as we discussed the 4th topic. Again, welcome to ETUlay, English 10. So, i-ready na yung mga daliri natin. Ready nyo yung mga daliri nyo at sagutin ang mga questions later. I-ready ang mga daliri sa pag-type ng answers mamaya, okay? Of course, we would like to welcome all the teachers, students, and parents who are watching right now. So let's read the comments and acknowledge all the viewers. So we have our first viewer. Ang unang-unang nag-message kanina. This is, I think, an avid fan or watch parang student of ETUlay, Mary Francine Luyang. I remember, nagsasagot siya last time. Always present and active si Mary Francine Luyang. Diane Grace Campos. By the way, Mary Francine Luyang is from Dasmariñas West National High School, grade 10. Okay? We have Diane Grace Campos, Balansay, San Jose Elementary School, Mary Tarobales de la Cruz. Good afternoon. Watching from Silay City. Julian Valdez. Ma'am Jessica Borromeo. Good afternoon din po. Okay. And Bea Joy Gutierrez Lagman. So, good afternoon from Gutad National High School. Okay. So, you can also share this link so that your friends can also watch and definitely learn new lesson today. Okay. So, I hope you will stay with me until the last minute of our discussion. So let's begin. Last week, we discussed the elements of an argumentative essay. And of course, before we start a new lesson, let us have a short review of that lesson. Okay? So let's have a review about the elements of an argumentative essay. Ready na yung mga daliri? Magsagot tayo. Ha? Good afternoon din, Trina or Tina Trinidad, Lumban National High School, SDO Laguna. Okay. Let's start with the first question, viewers. The opening paragraph that grabs the reader's attention, is it A, a claim, B, evidence, C, hook, or D, conclusion? Kindly write the number and your answer. Okay? So what do you think is the answer for number 1? Again, the opening paragraph that grabs the reader's attention. What do you think? So we have here the answer from Geraldine Humamoy. That is letter C, Mary Francine Luyang and Mirna Rolyon. Their answer, I hook. Let's check if the answer is hook. Letter C. Very good. That is correct. So the answer is letter C. You remember it's exordium or hook, right? The answer is exordium or hook. That is correct. That is our beginning or opening paragraph. Let's have number 2. Danica Rose, your answer is also correct. Eric's, Joanna, Ma'am Jessica Borromeo, Teresita Altares, your answers are all correct. That's letter C. Now let's proceed to number 2. The division of arguments is in an argumentative essay. Is it A, hook, B, conclusion, C, evidence and facts, or D, partition of topics? What do you call the division of arguments in an argumentative essay? What is the answer for number 2? Again, include the number and your answer. Bea Joy Gutierrez Lagman, watch him from Gutad National High School. Hello, Nenita Udarbe. Okay, again, for number 2, what is the answer? The division of arguments in an argumentative essay. What do you call that? Is it letter A, hook, conclusion, evidence and facts, or letter D, partition of topics? Good afternoon, Ma'am Jennifer Pipin of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. Stay tuned, Ma'am Jennifer Pipin. Enjoy watching. The answer for number 2 is letter D. You call it as the partition. You divide it. You divide the arguments and you call it as partition of topics. Okay? Usually, nakikita ito sa body. That is correct, Nenita Udarbe. And also, Jane Kamantang, your answer is also correct. Let's have number 3. What do you think is the answer for number 3? A kind of exordium. I think I remember last time we discussed 5 types of exordium, right? So this is a kind of exordium that states numerical data. Is it an anecdote memoir? Is it a statistics or rhetorical question or letter D, quotation? What is the answer? Liz Gonzalez from National High School, Gutad National High School. Hello. For number 3, what is the answer? A kind of exordium that states numerical data. The answer is letter B. And you're right. Francine Mirna, you're correct. Your answer is correct. Kate Pangilinan, okay, thank you for watching. Ma'am Maribel Rosete Gutay, one of the master teachers of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School, Senior High School. Thank you for watching. Okay, let's have number 4. A kind of exordium, another kind of exordium that share personal memory. Is it A, an anecdote memoir, B, statistics, C, rhetorical question, or D, quotation? What is the answer for number 4? What do you think is the answer for number 4? Watching from Mariano Marcos Memorial High School. Good afternoon, everyone, from Ma'am Jovi Puson. Thank you for watching, Ma'am Jovi. What is the answer for number 1? Your answer is letter A. That is correct. Francine Luyang. I can't acknowledge the name kasi naka-Korean sulat yata siya. But your answer is also correct. That's letter A. Mirna Rolyon. Eric's Gulyunan. Your answer is also correct. It's letter A. Now, let's have number 5. It provides statements and answers to the point or the point of an argument. Again, it provides statements and answers the point of an argument. It answers the point of an argument. I think that is the cue phrase for that. Is it letter A, counter argument, B, rhetorical question, letter C, quotation, or letter D, conclusion? What is the answer for number 5? What do you think is the answer for number 5? Is it letter A, counter argument, B, rhetorical question, C, quotation, and D, conclusion? We have here Ma'am Jessica Borromeo, the answer is letter A. Mary Francine, letter A. Nanita Udarbe, sorry, letter A. All your answers. Wow. It's counter argument, and this is correct. Okay? The answer for number 5 is counter argument. It answers the point of an argument. Okay. Now, let's go and proceed now with our next topic. Thank you for your answers. Your answers are correct. Buboy, Sagum, it's correct. Zondervan Ewik, that is also correct. Contra-argumento, I think this is Vladimir Villejo, maybe, of Mariano Marcos Memorial High School, also Filipino teacher from Mariano Marcos Senior High School. Contra-argumento, sabi niya, yung sagot niya. Okay, now let's proceed with our next lesson. Now, writing an argumentative essay, you need to have a strong point, right? For you to be convincing. Last week, we discussed the elements of an argumentative essay. We've mentioned that those elements are very important to complete your essay. But let's say, for example, that you already have those elements. You already have those elements, alam mo yung characteristics, but your parts or your structure is not complete or even not organized. So your essay won't still be compelling. It will not be convincing if it is not structured or if it is not structured properly, right? And that is our discussion for today. Learning the characteristics, or after learning the characteristics rather than the elements, now we will learn the parts. And by understanding the parts, you will also learn how to write an argumentative essay. And you will now learn to develop a good argumentative essay. So our objective for today is at the end of this lesson, this session, you will be able to recognize the parts and learn how to write a good argumentative essay. Okay? So writing usually takes the form of encouragement. It is when you want to persuade others that you have an interesting idea on the subject. You want them to believe you and agree with you. As a matter of fact, you practice this every day. For example, when you persuade your classmates that you are a good leader and maybe convince them to vote you as one of the class officers, or maybe tell them to idolize your favorite band or singer, right? So you persuade your friends, your classmates. And in writing this persuasion, it is often called as academic argument. It follows a pattern or parts in writing. And let's start by understanding the parts of an argumentative essay, because when you understand the parts of an argumentative essay, you will also learn how to write an effective argumentative essay. All right? So let's continue. Brixie Felipe, watching from Gutad National High School. Thank you for watching. Okay, so we have the common parts. We have the introduction, beginning paragraph, or introduction or beginning paragraph. We also have the body and conclusion. These are the common parts that we include in writing. But in argumentative essay, it's somehow the same. 'Di ba? Meron din tayong beginning, we have the introduction, we also have the body and the conclusion. Except for the parts included in the body having the claim, which we discussed last week. Alam natin yung ibig sabihin ng claim, right? And we have the body that shows facts and evidence. Ito yung pinagkaiba ng argumentative essay. Hihimayin natin ngayon. Ano nga ba si claim? How do you write a claim? What are facts? Paano ba ilagay itong facts and evidence? We will discuss it today. Okay? So in writing an essay, you do not include a claim because you write and discuss your idea about a certain topic. When you write a regular composition or a normal composition, not an argumentative essay, you don't include claim. But if you're writing an argumentative essay, you want to prove something, and that is the purpose of claims, which we will elaborate again in today's lesson. Okay? Now, let's begin. Let's start by discussing the first part, which is the introduction. So your introduction consists of a hook and a claim. Let's start with the hook. If you still remember, we discussed the exordium or the hook last week. This is what we call the beginning statement that stimulates the excitement of the readers. You need to think of an eye-catching and a powerful hook to grab the reader's attention. And then with this, you need to know who your audience are. It is necessary to level your hook to your audience. Hanggang mamaya kasi elementary lang yung audience mo, tapos meron ka mga medical terms or kung ano man na pang profound words na ginagamit mo, pang university students pala. So you need to level your hook or your words with your audience. Like what we have mentioned last week, you can start by hook, or you can start your hook rather by providing a question, an anecdote memoir, a narration or statement, a quotation, or statistics. You can include like 2 to 3 statements for your hook. Okay? Another statement that is also important and makes the argumentative essay unique is your claim, which is part of your thesis statement. This is what makes an argumentative essay different since other essays, especially if it is like descriptive essay. Of course, if it's this descriptive essay, you do not provide a claim. You provide a claim if it's an argumentative essay. Bakit? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng claim? Because you give your stand. You give your point. You give your argument. Okay? So what is a claim? Again, a claim is your stand, like what I've mentioned, stand on an issue. It reveals your point in the essay. It is part of your thesis or thesis statement. This thesis statement must be short, like 1 to 2 sentences. Kailangan maiksi. Okay? But should not be more than that. Hindi siya pwedeng mahaba. Kasi usually, si thesis statement, one sentence lang siya. At nandoon na si claim. With that 1 to 2 sentences, dapat nandoon na nakapaloob na si claim. Okay? It already includes your claim. Now, you need to understand that claim should be arguable. It is not just a statement and stating something on an issue. So to explain it further, let us have this example. Okay? I also gave this example on my video discussion. I also have my YouTube channel. So when I discussed the topic about the thesis statement, I also gave this example. Okay, now I will present 2 options. Option A. The person I admire is Liza Soberano, a famous Filipina-American actress that starred a lot of shows on ABS-CBN. Ito yung ating unang thesis statement. Sorry, unang claim. Unang claim. Maria Isabel Sobiron, watching from Bagong Silangan High School. Hello, Isabel. Thank you for watching. You can also share this to your students. Thank you. And we also have option B. Another option or another claim. The person I admire is Liza Soberano, the best Filipina-American actress of all time. Ayan, meron tayo ritong 2 options. Guys, we have here 2 options. Now, as you noticed, both options are short, right? With these 2 options, anong tingin nyo? What do you think is a good example of a statement with a claim? Alin dito sa dalawang ito ang pwede na effective statement na meron siyang claim? What do you think? Is it option A or option B? Sige, check natin yung ating mga answers. Tignan natin, is it option A or option B? Sabi natin ha, remember guys, sabi natin kanina, your claim must be arguable. Okay? So option A and option B, for option 1 and option 2, parehas silang short. Parehas naman silang tama. Pero sa tingin niyo, what is a good example of a claim? Is it option A or 1 and option 2? Okay. Wow, ang ganda ng sagot ng ano. I think again this is Vladimir. Sabi niya option 2 dahil may stance. Wow, option 2 daw dahil may stance, or option B. Mary Francine Luyang, it's option B. Nenita Udarbe, option B. Buboy Sagum, B. Sondervan, Fe, Engero, Almira, Okay. Lahat ng sagot natin ay, lahat ng sagot ninyo ay option B. Let's check. Okay? See, for option A, this is a factual statement. Okay? However, you need to think of an impression that your readers will oppose in some ways. Sabi ko nga kanina, when you have your claim, it must be arguable, right? So dito sa option 1, meron ka bang pwedeng i-argue rito? It's a fact. It's a factual statement. Tama? Factual statement siya. I admire Liza Soberano, Filipina-American actress, nasa ABS-CBN. That is correct. Now, let's go with option B. Francis Maingit Jr. Hello, watching from Damag ES Ifugao Post. Thank you for watching po. Now, let's go with option B. This presents an opinion. And in this statement, the claim is she is the best Filipina-American actress of all time. That the readers can argue for or against it. Because maybe for other people, hindi naman si Liza Soberano ang best actress. 'Di ba? That's right. Almira Diaz Lobiga sabi niya the best or the words the best are arguable daw. That's right. So the best claim between option 1 and option 2 ay yung option 2. Right? So it is how you write a claim. It is particular, it's short, it briefly expresses an opinion concerning a particular topic, and of course, it is arguable. All right? Okay po? Okay, now let's proceed to another example. Let me present another example here. This time, it is an introduction or part of an introduction. Pwede siyang maging introduction na itong ginawa ko. Ibig sabihin, when we say that this is an example or this is an introduction, we already have the hook. Nandito na yung thesis statement. Or pwede rin namang you can elaborate more the topic. Pwede natin gawing part of your introduction to. Okay? So let's say that this is an introduction or a part of your introduction for an argumentative essay. Now, I want you to identify the hook and the claim. Okay? And also the thesis statement. Sama na natin si thesis statement. Okay? We have here the example. Are you skilled in searching for learning? Online learning becomes more common since more resources are now in digital form. Thus, people suggested that printed material should be replaced by ebooks and everyone should be given an iPad with an e-reader subscription. Pwede natin siyang gawing part of your introduction. Now, let us check. What is the hook in the statement or in this paragraph? Sige nga, can you please type your answers? What is the hook in this paragraph? What do you think is the hook in this paragraph? Sabi pa rin ni Buboy Sagum, the word of all time ay arguable. That is right. Mary Francine Luyang. Hook, are you skilled in searching for learning? Let's check. That is correct. Mary Francine Luyang, that is correct. This is our hook. And what kind of hook is this? Do you remember? Almira Lobigas. Ang bilis ni Almira. Wala pa yung question ko. It's a kind of question or rhetorical question. Very good, Almira. Okay? Now, what is the thesis statement? What is the thesis statement here? Pwede nyo na lang lagyan ng dot-dot kung masyadong mahaba yung inyong itatype. You can start with the first, let's say, 3 words, and then dot, and then you continue with the last, let's say, 2 or 3 words para makita natin we can check your answer. What is the thesis statement? Nenita, hello, Nenita Udarbe, Fe Ingero, Jovelyn Amistoso, Jerusalem. What is the thesis statement? Let's check the thesis statement. Thesis statement yung buo Sabi natin kanina si claim part siya ng thesis statement, 'di ba? Nasa loob siya ng thesis statement. So ang thesis statement natin itong buong ito. That is correct, Eric's Gulyunan. That is right. You started with online learning becomes more common, ... Everyone should be given an iPad with an e-reader subscription. This is your thesis statement. Now, what is the claim? Sabi natin si claim nasa loob ng thesis statement. What is the thesis state or what is the claim? Okay, let's check the claim. Right, okay, let's check the answer. Ang claim natin is people suggested that printed material should be replaced by ebooks and everyone should be given an iPad with an e-reader subscription. That is correct. That is correct, Nenita, Udarbe, and Mary Francine Luyang. This is our claim. Bakit? Because it's arguable. Printed material should be replaced by ebooks. Merong mga ibang tao na sabihin na, ay, hindi ako nag-agree dyan. I still want printed materials than ebooks. Meron namang ibang nag-a-agree. Right? So when you agree, you give your evidence and facts for that. Still an argumentative essay. Correct? This is now your claim. It's arguable. Okay? This is correct. Now, well, if you want to learn more about writing a thesis statement, you can check my YouTube account. I provided discussion for that. Okay? Okay. Now, let's go with the body. Okay, is it clear with the introduction? Now, let's go and proceed with the body. A typical argumentative essay contains 2 or more paragraphs that explain the reasons why you support your thesis. Sabi natin, bakit siya naging 2 or 3 or more than that? Because you have lots of evidence or facts. Pag marami kang facts or marami kang examples, meron kang partition. Yun yung diniscuss natin last time. You have the partition. So you just divide each example in every paragraph. Okay? Each body paragraph should include facts or piece of evidence and contain a topic sentence that clearly and concisely explains why the reader should agree with your position. Body paragraphs are also the backup of your claims by giving examples, research, studies, text citations. So you will gain your reader's trust. Okay, like what I have mentioned at the beginning, that the body essay can be 2 or more paragraphs. Ulit, sabi natin, ito yung tinatawag nating partition which we discussed last week. Right? Now, take a look at this diagram. We have here the body parts. Take a look at this diagram. Hello, Cristel Babagonio Oribe. Okay. Now, take a look at this diagram. To prove your argument, it is usually in one paragraph. Ito yung bumubuo sa isang paragraph. It completes one paragraph. If you have a lot of examples or evidence, it can be longer because you divide your examples by paragraph. Let's start with the topic sentence. An item, fact, detail, or example that you can tell your readers that will help them better understand your claim. Okay? Sa isang paragraph, when you provide your body paragraph, you need to start it by writing a topic sentence. After introducing your topic sentence, you now need to provide facts to explain it. You need to explain your topic sentence. You need to discuss things that will explain your topic sentence. All right? Next is the evidence, wherein you need to introduce your evidence either in a few words or in a full sentence. You can introduce it by stating a phrase or a sentence. And then after introducing your evidence, you now state your evidence. You can do that by including ideas and supporting details or evidence that you have. Okay? You can use example, reason, facts, statistics. This evidence should prove or support or explain your topic sentence. Pabalik siya sa topic sentence. Of course, it must support your topic sentence. Now, after you introduce, after you state the evidence, you now explain. Lastly, you explain your evidence. You can complete this by answering the question, how does this evidence prove the point of your topic sentence? Okay? So, etong tatlong to, ito yung bumubuo ngayon sa isang paragraph na nagpapaliwanag ng isang example or isang evidence of your argumentative essay. What if you have another example? If you have another example, sabi natin sa ilalim, if you have another evidence, just repeat the pattern. You will have another paragraph stating the topic sentence, explain the topic sentence, and provide the evidence. Palagi lang ganyan. If you have another paragraph, body, pangatlo, again, provide the topic sentence for that example or that evidence, explain the topic sentence, and then introduce, state, and explain your evidence. Okay? Now, we provided a sample introduction kanina, right? Let's provide an example here. Ito yung example natin kanina eh. Sabi natin, this can be part of your introduction or your beginning paragraph. Ngayon, doon tayo sa body. What if eto ngayon yung statement natin? This is arguable. Now, you have facts. Let's say your stand is you disagree. You don't agree na palitan yung printed materials ng e-books. Okay, you disagree. Sabihin natin you have two facts or meron kang dalawang evidence. Your first body paragraph. Ito yung first body paragraph. Ang sasabihin mo, meron siyang research that 30% of the people read slower on tablets. Okay? Pag ginawa mo to, gagawin mo lang yung kaninang pattern. You give the topic sentence for this fact, you explain the topic sentence, and you give your evidence. Okay, bubuo siya sa isang paragraph. Bakit pa kailangan ng ganito? To be organized. 'Di ba? To be organized. Next, another paragraph, meron kang another evidence. Na ang evidence mo naman, there are more benefits in using printed material or going to the libraries. Sabihin mo na mas marami kang benefits na makukuha when you depend on printed materials. Again, for the second body paragraph, you need to provide, balik tayo dito kanina, the topic sentence, you need to explain the topic sentence, and you need to provide the evidence. Ito yung sinasabi nating unique si argumentative essay among other compositions. Bakit? Sabi natin, kasi pagkagagawa tayo ng essay, when you're asked to write an essay, descriptive essay, you will just explain what happened during the foundation week ng inyong school. You just explain. You just give or narrate story. You just state what happened. But in an argumentative essay, you need to provide facts. You need to provide an evidence. You need to explain your claim. Okay? Okay pa po ba tayo dyan? Paki-click nga natin yung mga heart-heart kung talagang medyo naiintindihan pa natin. Heart-heart po tayo. Thank you sa lahat ng mga viewers natin. Shaina Jade Espuertas. Okay? So, heart-heart po tayo dyan. Okay, do you have any questions? Meron po ba tayong gustong sabihin o tanungin? Alright. Okay, maliwanag daw, sabi ni Mary Francine Luyang. All clear. Thank you. Okay, now let's go to the next part, which is the conclusion. Now, let's go to this part. This restates your thesis statement and summarizes all the arguments made in your body paragraphs. Dito sa conclusion, you should not introduce another fact. You should not introduce another evidence or more arguments because this will confuse the readers. Kasi ginawa mo na lahat eh. So when you say conclusion, you just need to summarize the argument. A good conclusion must appeal to the reader's emotions. Some writers also use a personal anecdote explaining how the topic personally affects them, or the conclusion serve as the climax of your essay. You need to have the strongest analytical point, yung pinaka-peak, yung pinaka-climax na gusto mong sabihin, you provide it dito sa conclusion. You need to provide, dito mo siya isa-save para isulat the strongest analytical point of your composition or your essay. Dito yan makikita sa ating conclusion. Okay? Is everything clear? I think now you already recognize the difference of writing an argumentative essay from the other essays. Alam na natin yung pagkakaiba. Remember, argumentative essay, medyo mas mabusisi ito because you give your claim, you give facts, evidence, right? Now, let's have a short activity about our topic for today. And also, nalaman natin or na-discuss natin ngayon kung paano gumawa ng claim. That is very important kung paano gumawa ng claim. Kasi si claim yung pinaka patutunguhan. Ano bang gustong sabihin ng writer na to? Sasabihin ng mga readers. Ano bang gustong sabihin ng writer na to? Pumapayag ba siya? Hindi ba siya pumapayag? Ayaw ba niya? Tapos, sa mga evidence mo tsaka sa mga facts mo, doon naman magbe-base sa mga readers na, hindi totoo yan, dapat ganito. Okay? Kapag nag-disagree ang iyong reader, it means that you are writing an effective paragraph or effective claim. 'Di ba? Pag nakipag-argue siya, effective yung argumentative essay mo. And that's the time nakipag-argue na siya, 'di ba? Hindi siya naniniwala sa iyo. And that's the time na dapat galingan mo yung pagbigay ng facts and evidence kasi doon mo na siya ngayon paniniwalain. All right. Now let's have the activity. Everybody is ready for our activity. Let's have number 1. How does argumentative essay differ from the other forms of writing? Is it A, it has a different tone of paragraphs? B, it consists of many discussions? It has a claim that stands a point? Or letter D, narrates and discusses an event? What is the answer? Kindly write the number and your answer. For number 1, Mary Francine Luyang, the answer daw is letter C. Let's check if it's letter C. Correct. Very good, Mary Francine. Angel Samosa, Laika Joy Martin, your answers are correct. Thank you for watching. Buboy Sagum, Eric's Gulyunan, Zonder Van Elwick, your answers are correct. It's letter C. Now let's go with number 2. Identify the claim in the statement. School uniforms may be a direct cost of parents, but school uniforms may be direct cost for parents. Thus, all schools must have an official uniform for students. Typo error. School uniforms may be a direct cost for parents. Thus, all schools must have an official uniform for students. That is the correct statement for this number. So what is the answer? Is it letter A, school uniforms may be a direct cost for parents? B, all schools must have an official uniform for students? Or C, school uniforms may be a direct cost for parents? Number 2, and your answer. Mary Francine, it's letter A. Sabi niya, ang sagot niya for number 2 is letter A. What is the claim? Tingnan natin maigi. Sabi natin, ang claim ay dapat arguable. Ano ba sa statement na to ang pwede kang mag-argue? Alin dito? School uniforms may be a direct cost for parents. All school must have a school uniform for students. School uniforms may be a direct cost for parents. What is the answer? Let's check the answer. Laika Joy Martin is letter B. Jacqueline Diaz, letter B. Let's check the answer. Very good. Sondervan, Jacqueline, Francine, Annalyn Reen, Arnel Castro, Arnel Nico De Castro, letter B. Your answers are all correct. Hannah Yana Belingon and Ray Euro Grospe. Okay. Galing. O nga, napansin nga ni Mary Francine. That's right. Same siya. Number 3. Identify the claim in the statement again. Social networking sites serve as a means of practically connecting people across the globe. In another way, help the teenagers with schoolworks. Therefore, it's the best teenagers to use all social networking sites. What is the answer? A, help the teenagers with schoolworks. B, social networking sites serve as a mean for practically connecting people. Or letter D, it is best for teenagers to use all social networking sites. What is the answer for number 2? Number 3, rather. Number 3 is letter C. Let's check the answer for letters number 3. Okay, Jacqueline Diaz and Mary Francine Luyang, your answers are correct. It's letter C. It is best for teenagers to use all social networking sites. All right, let's have number 4. Identify if it's true or false. In conclusion, you need to include the strongest analytical points of your essay. Is it true or false? In conclusion, you need to include the strongest analytical points of your essay. True or false? Let's check the answers. I can still see answers ng number 3, Sonder Van Erwijk. That is correct. But how about number 4? Is it true or false for number 4? The answer is true. Right. Hannah Belingon, that is correct. It's true. You need to include the strongest analytical point of your essay. Right? And let's have number 5. Sorry. That's the last. So again, strongest analytical points of your essay because sabi natin you need to persuade your readers, right? You need to persuade your readers. Okay? So, Alisa Palustre, your answer is also correct. All right. Okay. So, I think now you already recognize the difference. Okay? Now that you can construct a good argumentative essay. I think you can now construct your own argumentative essay. We already discussed all the topics about it. Just remember, we discussed the characteristics, the elements, and the parts. Of course, the parts, because with these points, you can create a good and effective argumentative essay. Okay? So if you think that this topic is clear, kung naiintindihan ng lahat, click natin si heart at saka si like button. Okay? Sandarvin Ewik, thank you. Okay, so I think this will be all for today. Don't forget to subscribe dito sa ating ETUlay, okay, for you to be notified sa mga live videos, lectures ng inyong mga subjects. Again, if you also want to review your lessons in school, don't forget to subscribe to the official Facebook page of DepEd TV. And of course, to DepEd TV's YouTube account. Mary Francine Luyang, thank you po. Thank you then for always watching, Mary Francine. And you can also check my YouTube account, Lala Rocket 2829. I also provide video lessons about English, especially for the senior high school students. Merong mga lectures doon about English. And if you have any questions about this topic or the previous discussions, feel free to send private message on my FB account, Lala Jaime Roque. Thank you, ma'am, sabi ni Buboy Sagum. Eric Gulyunan, I am happy to see my students from Caragassan National High School participating in this activity. Thank you also, Eric Gulyunan, for encouraging your students and for also watching the lesson. Okay? Jem Mendiola, thank you, ma'am. Ray Euro Grospe, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I hope to see you next time. Keep safe. Also, Maria Isabel. Thank you so much. This will be all for today. Again, I will see you again in our next lesson. Lagi po kayo sanang nakasubaybay. I hope to see you again. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe. Bye. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you so much.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd EdTech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!